Hello everyone, welcome to Crafting with Lee. Today I'm going to make this curl method wreath with this really cute Hello Summer sign. These are the supplies I'm going to use to make this wreath. I'm using a 12-inch wire wreath form. All of the mesh I'm using measures 12 inches except for the white. It's only 10 inches. And I'm going to cut them all at the same time, so I am just going to layer them on top of each other and just roll the ends off the side of my desk. You can see I have the mesh upside down right here. I actually turn it over later because I should have started with the mesh facing down just because it curls less when you do it the other way. And I chose these colors because I thought it made a really pretty ombre color. And I'm just going to start by making a really clean edge so they're all the same length. And I'm cutting these at 10 inches. So I'm going to be cutting 4 pieces of mesh at the same time. And I ended up cutting 22 of each. My wreath was super filled up, so you could probably get away with doing 20. And I only used about half a roll of mesh. I don't know exactly how much I used, but you can see I turned them over because it was cutting funny. It just lays a lot flatter when you start it that way. And they don't have to be perfect, so if you do mess up and cut one at 9 or cut one at 11, don't freak out or anything. It'll still curl just fine. Now I'm going to take my pipe cleaners and cut them in half. You can probably leave them longer. I just like to cut them in half because it's easier to work with. The back of the wreath will get really crowded. And I'm going to use my bow dabber to hold my curls because I'm going to put one of each color in the curl or in each bundle. So I'll have 4 curls in each bundle. And it's just helpful to just, after I curl them, stick them in the bow dabber. And I'm just laying them the way they like to naturally curl and then just making it tighter. I think you end up turning it over like 4 times. And you can make these curls with more mesh or probably get away with less mesh. 10's always been safe for me. And I did alternate where I put the white. On one bundle I put white on top, the next one I'll put white on the bottom. And this just looks better when I added it to my wreath form. And then I just gather them where it was stuck into the bow dabber, which is the halfway point. And then I put the pipe cleaner around, and then I'm twisting about 4 times. And you want to twist really tight because it pushes all of the curls up. And now I just sped it up a little bit, but I'm going to show you again how I do it. And you just roll and stick it in there at the halfway point. And you can't really tell that the white is smaller than the rest once you get it into the bundle. And see, I'm twisting really tight. All right, here is the frame I'm going to use. And like I said, it's only 12 inches, so it's smaller than what I normally work with. We're only going to be using the 2 center bars. And then you just kind of straddle the 2 centers with the pipe cleaner. Just put one on each side, and then I twist it 3 times. And you're going to do this the whole way around. Just as you add a new one, you're just going to push it over. I was able to fit 4 in some of the sections and 3 in others. And like I said before, I did 22 bundles, but you could probably get away with just doing 3 in each section. And I'm going to do this the whole way around, so it's really super easy to do. And it looks so pretty once you're done. See, it looks so great once it's finished. It's nice and full, and it's super thick. Now I decided with this sign, I really like the red and white, and I wasn't sure how to incorporate it. Then I found this ribbon, and I thought it matched perfectly. So I'm just going to use my bow dabber and make a bow. I don't normally make bows with 1.5 inch ribbon, but I really wanted to use just this ribbon. I'm probably doing, I think it's about 5 inch yeah, 5-inch loops on each side to start. I actually have a video where I do a bow on the bow dabber in real time, and I'll link it above. I use 4 different ribbons in that, but it applies to any amount of ribbon that you use. So I'm just going to speed through this one. If you want more detailed, you can watch that video. And I'm going to start with 3 5-inch loops on each side, and then I go in a little bit, so it goes into about 4.5. And it's helpful to spread it out as you go. Now I do 2 of the 4.5, and then I do 2 4-inch, and then 1 center loop, which is probably about 2.5 3 inches. I add the zip tie and move it over to the center, and then I don't pull it completely tight until after I'm done fluffing it. I should add my pipe cleaner then, but I always forget. And now I'm just messing around with where I want to place everything. And this is where I ended up deciding I wanted to put everything. I wanted to add some tails to my bow, but I didn't want huge ones. I just wanted just little 12-inch tails. So I'm just folding the ribbon in half at about 12 inches. And then I'm going to take the ends and dovetail them. And then to add them to this bow, if I had put the pipe cleaner on, I could have just used that. But since I didn't, I had this piece of ribbon sticking out of the bottom that I hadn't trimmed away yet. So I just tied a knot with the tails, and then I slid the pipe cleaner through that hole. It worked very well. And then to add it to my wreath, I'm just going to reach around through the mesh and feed the pipe cleaners through the wire frame and then wrap them around themselves. I wasn't sure how I would like the red and white with the blue, but in the end I thought it looked really good. And this is where I'm going to put the sign. So to add the sign to the wreath, for this particular sign, I'm going to remove the jute hanging string that came with it, but I'm going to use the holes that were made for that. And I'm going to stick a pipe cleaner probably about 2 inches through and then twist it around itself. If you're worried about it showing, you could probably color it or just staple pipe cleaners to the back, but you don't really notice it once it's all put together. And then to add the pipe cleaner to the bottom, which I recommend doing so that it's on there, it's balanced, I'm going to use the tag that came with the sign, fold it in half twice, so it's got 4 layers, and then staple that to the sign. You want to add something. Some people use felt. It just keeps it from sticking all the way through. Now this sign I'm going to add differently than other signs I've done because I don't have 2 pieces on the top to wrap around themselves. So I just feed this through and then I wrap around the single pipe cleaner. I wrap it around the wire frame and it works just as well. And then the bottom one I just do like I did with the bow. And that's it. That's how I made my curl Hello Summer wreath. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, or you can email me at craftingwithlee@yahoo.com. Thank you so much for watching, and if you learned anything or like my videos, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.